Musings. Love your enemies. But why? Matthew 5, verses 43 through 45 say this. You've heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Here, like he often did, the Lord Jesus was teaching something that is contrary to our nature. He was telling us to love, bless, and pray for people who are abusing us and treating us wrongfully. Why would Jesus tell us to pray for our enemies? I think the answer is in a passage that God would later inspire the Apostle Paul to write. It says this, Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's Ephesians 6, 11 and 12. How do these verses enhance today's reading in Matthew? Well, I'm not aware of any place in the Bible that tells us to love, bless, do good, or pray for the devil. However, God does tell us to do that for our, quote, enemies, as he calls them, our fellow mortals who oppress us. Why? Because they need it. They have been tricked by the same wicked one who used to fool us and who still does if we're not careful. The rulers of the darkness of this world use humans to do some of their biddings, but it is wickedness in the spirit world that is our true enemy. That is why we are to put on the whole armor of God that Paul describes in Ephesians 6, 13 through 17. With that armor, we can walk properly because the armor is designed to protect us from our real enemy in the unseen world. Flesh and blood are not our enemies. Wickedness in the spirit world is. So then, we must love, bless, do good, and pray for abusive people, and also put on the armor of God to protect us from the wicked one.